Being open-minded is something that gets confused a lot, especially with people who have traveled often, because it's not just the addition of new things, so getting new perspectives, ideas, etc. It's also about having things that you have held on to being challenged. There's this phrase that goes like, strong beliefs weakly held, and that basically means that there's things that you believe strongly about, but they're always open to being tested, and you want that. For example, when I lived in the US, a strong belief that I had, and I think a lot of people from the States has as well, is like whenever you make plans with people, the plans aren't confirmed until you sort of like reconfirm them. So if you say, let's meet for lunch on Sunday, right? They'll say, yeah, let's do it. But we kind of both know it's not happening until there's a confirmation. But living in Europe, I've kind of learned a different perspective. So I kind of strongly believe in that kind of confirmation. When I make plans with my European friends, a lot of times that initial setup is like the final, and we may discuss things around like the location, etc. And I've come to really appreciate that because, you know, it makes it so everyone sort of like has accountability over the plan. Because imagine if you're making plans with like 10 people, right? The person organizing it is then responsible for like confirming with 10 different people. And that's just like extra work. So who wants to do that? Oftentimes people view open-mindedness as like the ability to try new things, activities, food, and so on. But I feel like a lot of it also depends on like just your belief systems. You have these strong belief systems that you've adapted over years, and you want them to be stress tested. If your perspective changes on something, you want to reduce that time frame between your old belief systems and your new one. You don't want to be wrong about something for longer than you need to because you're like defensive and want to avoid being wrong. And I feel like a lot of people sort of like have an idea of what they believe in, and they're just kind of locked into the point where they're kind of blind to the truth.